Hey, it's Melody, and let's get techie with it. Hey guys, Melody here, and today I want to talk to you a little bit more about Google Classroom. You can see in front of you on my screen, this is basically how I have my Google Classroom set up. One basic important thing to remember is when you're setting up your Google Classroom, you want it to match your roster specifically, either over in PowerTeacher or PowerSchool or whatever grading system you have. Last year I taught 6 different classes, so therefore I had 6 different blocks. I also had my homeroom set up because sometimes I had things specifically for my homeroom, and then basically since we've been out, I created something called Fun Stuff 2020 that I have been putting in there, and I've had some students join up. So to create another class, you just simply click the plus sign and create class. It is important you name it something easy because you've got to think about on the other end, students are also going to have multiple classes because they're going to be members of multiple classes. If they are in your science group, you may want to call it science. If they are in your social studies group, you want to call it social studies, whatever. Just remember that they too are going to have multiple classes that they are a part of. So you just don't want to call it something like 4th grade or noise homeroom and put everything in there. That's going to make, when you are grading and you're getting grades from Google Classroom, if you keep it separated by subject or by period, basically, however your grades are listed over in PowerSchool, PowerTeacher, it's going to make your life a lot simpler. So this is basically the only thing required. You can fill these things out. You hit create, and of course it's going to create your class. And I have a slow internet connection at home, so obviously it's doing that. Then basically, you're going to have to let your students join. You can do this by 2 ways. You can either show them the class code. If you are in a classroom setting with them, a lot of times this is the way I do it. They log on to Google Classroom, they go back up here and click join class, and they type in this code, and that's what they do it. Now, for smaller elementary students, a lot of times I just go ahead and invite them to do that. And by doing this, I click on the People tab, okay? I click here. This is invite students. Another wonderful thing about Google Classroom is if you have a co-teacher in your room or someone that comes in your room that helps you and also plans lessons and things like that, you can add them as well. So for example, if I wanted to invite Miss McClendon to be my co-teacher, I could do that. Or if I wanted to invite Jennifer Smith, whatever, you just simply do that, invite them, and they get a thing, they can accept it. Same way with my students. Basically, I go down my roster and I start adding students. So let's say, let's see, let me try to add, I'm trying to think somebody. Okay, like Ava Lloyd. If I wanted to add Ava to this classroom, I just click that and click invite, all right? I will show you on the other end some other time what the students see by logging into one of their accounts and how it works from their end. But basically, when you first start using Google Classroom, you will have to run your legs off just to make sure the kids know what to do. But in the long run, no pun intended, it makes it really, really simpler. Typically, my kids just come straight into my classroom and they log into their Google Classroom and they use an email that the county has given to them. So they use my school district's email that has been specified for them. My children in another county also do the same thing. I go under my classwork tab here, and I click create, and there's different ways you can create. Sometimes I just want to put up material, and in the material it might just be something from my Google Drive that I have created. It may be actually something I can actually drag something that I've created here. I'm trying to look here on my drive, say if it's in my general classroom. Okay, labeling the world, this might be something that I wanted them to do. You can just put up information. It may be information that I have typed up. It may be a video, something like that that I want them to see. Or sometimes I actually put up a specific worksheet. It is over in my drive. So let's look again. This is something that I made about Susan B. Anthony. Oh, it's a Susan B. Anthony book. And of course, this was actually some that's already been done, but this was a PDF. Now, a PDF cannot be edited. I have another tutorial about how to make a PDF where the students can actually write on it. But just say, for example, if you wanted just to put this in here and have, it could be just something students read, you can do that. All right, so you can put in material, you can create actually an assignment, a question, a topic. There's just all kinds of ways, but you basically click here and go into it and assign it. I'll show you on the other end how that works as well. All right, have a good one.